Here are 5 red flags that I see working with SEO agencies in the legal niche. So family lawyers, listen up here. Number 1, if your SEO company is guaranteeing a specific ranking, like let's say that they guarantee position number 1, that's a major red flag. And the reason is because no SEO agency has a secret partnership with Google or can even guarantee that ability. They don't own the freaking algorithm. The algorithm is run by Google. It's updated a lot, maybe hundreds of times a year, and they have major updates. So guaranteeing that is usually, hey, I can get you there in a black hat way. By the way, black hat is bad because if Google catches on, it hurts your site, the whole trust of your entire site. Don't do that crap. It's a major red flag. That's a bit more generic, not ideal for you because your North Star should be revenue. But if you're not tracking case side and revenue, then the rest of this really doesn't matter. Number 2, lack of transparency. Reputable SEO firms should be open about their strategies and reporting. Again, the secret sauce. Hey, we have this secret partnership with Google, or we do these secret things we can't tell you because of this NDA or this or that. Like, none of what we're doing is rocket science. We are not sending people to Mars. We are getting websites ranked on Google, and we're freaking good at it. But there's no secrets. There's some technical things that can go in there, but those are easily explained as well. I have no problem explaining those. If somebody comes to you with one of those and you want clarification, reach out to me on X and shoot me a DM or LinkedIn. I'm happy to just respond because, God, it just really boils my blood when I hear about some of the crap that goes on. And number 3, the use of black hat techniques. So many years ago, I've been in this too long, people would hide text on the page, white text on white backgrounds. Now, black hat techniques is probably more geared around automatic link building, where they're creating a lot of low quality links to your website. You would see a lot of AI content generation that's, again, lower quality. And what happens is you might even see some initial ranking boost by doing that, right? It's working faster. That's cool. But what happens when Google catches on is you get out of the search results. And years ago, we worked with the client that this happened to. And basically, they went from huge SEO being the number 1 source of new intake for their business down to like nothing overnight. So don't do that. Very bad. And number 4, like no focus on your specific niche. There's probably nothing worse from an organic ranking perspective. And if you're working with an SEO company that doesn't really understand your market, because what they're going to do is they're going to use the same keyword tools that every agency on the planet uses. And by the way, we take customer data. So like we record calls, we anonymize it, and we extract questions from there. So SEOs are using tools. That's like normal school. And then over here, we're doing things that are just a little bit different. Actual client pain points. They're telling us in the calls. We're using that as a content strategy. Makes sense, right? A lot of people don't do that stuff. And so the problem is people just use the same keyword tools and they're going to try to compete in the same niches, these exact same keywords as everybody else. And you can't stand out that way in a lot of cases. We still aim for those. We still rank for those too. But there's more to that. There's more to this story. And also, they probably won't understand your audience. They won't understand that this is the worst decision that they'll have to make in their life and their mind, and the emotional trauma that's behind this, the weight that's carried on hiring a lawyer for any circumstance. You have to be tactful and you have to present yourself in an appropriate way with that. And number 5, ownership of your content or links. First of all, let's talk about your website actually, because that's a big piece of your content. A lot of people will now lease websites to you. So you don't own it. You have to pay a monthly rental fee. That's outrageous. They used to do that with content. FindLaw used to do that. And Scorpion, I think, did that maybe at one point. And there's a bunch of agencies that have done that. But make sure you own whatever is produced. You have full control. If you want to fire your agency, you should be able to do that and take everything they produced with you. And they should have a record of all of that. I see it a little bit less these days, but there is still a trick behind that. Like if you're working with a company like Scorpion, maybe they'll give you a website or they will sell you a lower cost website. And the reason they do that is because it's not built on a system like WordPress, which is on millions of websites and anybody can manage it. Instead, it's built on a proprietary platform. So can you take your website with you? Technically, yes. But when you do that, you lose the entire management, the back end of the system, the ways to update it easily. They'll give you HTML files that you have to upload to a web server. And I mean, that's how I edited websites in like 2002. So if that's what you want to do, go for it. But I don't recommend that. Hope you found that helpful. Just a few red flags. Run for the hills from companies like that. If you're ready to work with a transparent company who puts excellence first, reach out to Juris Digital. We're happy to chat.